What's up, NASCAR Authentics fans? David Land here, and I'm bringing you one of my most requested videos. This is a video on Lionel's NASCAR Authentics Haulers line. Now, you guys are aware, surely because they're two of my most popular videos I've ever done, that I love the haulers that NASCAR Authentics put out when Spin Master was producing them. They were great display pieces, great die-cast, just great big pieces for your collection. Lionel's gone in a different direction that I don't necessarily agree with, and we'll get into that. But the long story short is, Lionel is doing tribute haulers, and what you're looking at right here is a hauler in tribute to Dale Jr.'s Darlington throwback car, his Valvoline Darlington throwback car. One of my favorite throwback cars that ran at the Darlington race in the fall of last year. So this was probably the one, aside from the STP hauler that I could not find, that I was going to pick up and review for you guys. So we're going to do a full unboxing and review of this hauler, show you all the details of it, and then compare it to a Spin Master hauler to see what has changed between Lionel and Spin Master in terms of hauler design, not just about the graphics that you see on them. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this, my third NASCAR Authentics hauler video. So let's take a look at what's on the box in case you haven't seen this. This is a part of Wave 2 of the haulers. Wave 1 included, like I said, the STP hauler, I believe a Chase Elliott hauler, and a Dale Jr. Talladega tribute hauler. Wave 2, which includes this, this Valvoline hauler, I believe also includes a Jeff Gordon Rainbow Warrior tribute hauler. So that's what's to expect from the first two waves of the haulers. I think that's all of them. I may be mistaken. I may have missed one. So let's see what we can do to get this thing out of the box. Doesn't look like it's taped on the side here. At least mine isn't. So that's an improvement over Spin Master. I always had to cut the Spin Master hauler reviews because of the fact that they were so packaged in there. So obviously you've got the slip kit cover that I'll put in the back here. And it looks like we've got a bit of a two-part plastic shell here. Actually, you know what this means is that these are actually resealable. Okay, now this is something I really, really do like. And I'm going to just say that right off the bat. Okay, so you got the top slip cover. I'm going to keep all this packaging because I'll probably put it back in the box. And then you've got the hauler that you can just slip right out and slip right back in. Let me show you the back of this. Just so you guys know, and you can just pop that right back on. Okay, big props to Lionel. That's awesome. So we're going to take a real quick look at the hauler as a whole, and then we'll go in for some close-ups and such. I can already tell that this is a brand new mold, at least definitely for the cab. Not sure about the actual trailer. We'll take a look at it. Obviously, the first thing you guys are going to be interested in is looking at the back of the hauler. And this should pop open, and indeed it does. So that's what your hauler looks like on the inside. You've got a black interior, which I believe is the base, yeah. So there you go. Pretty interesting. I like the decaling there with Dale Jr. in his Valvoline overalls. And we actually have a different graphics package here on the side. You can take a look at that. You've got Dale Jr.'s car. Nice big Valvoline logo. Kind of wish that was this way on this side. Because this, to me, actually looks like a hauler you would see, even though they don't like repaint the haulers. This, a bit cheesy with the Dale Jr. there on the side. There you go. There's a quick look at the hauler. We'll take a look at the actual hauler portion. We'll take a closer look at that in just a second, but we'll also take a look here at the truck, the cab portion. This was the part I was really excited to buy because of the Valvoline logos, the classic 1980s Valvoline logo. I think it looks fantastic. And this is actually a pretty heavy piece of die cast here, die cast metal. The body is all metal. The chassis on the bottom is plastic, and you do get rubber tires, and all these tires are rubber. So obviously that's really good. I think that was the same way on the Spin Master, but again, I'll have to double check when we do our side-by-side comparison. But yeah, this is a pretty nice piece of die-cast. I don't know if... I know they have some haulers in the Gold Series. They don't do them all that often, but I would be interested for the people who do own a Gold Series hauler if they're the same mold. So, that's my quick thoughts on that. Now, we are going to take a closer look between the Spin Master mold that was being used and the Lionel mold that's being used now. So, here is a look at a Spin Master cab versus a Lionel cab, and there's actually a ton of differences. I actually was kind of under the impression that they were using the same mold. Not even close. Okay, so looking at the Spin Master really quick. For those of you who haven't watched some of the old Spin Master hauler videos, here's a good look at this truck. And obviously, a lot of differences. First of all, I think the Spin Master version is... No, they're actually the same size, but like the length of the die-cast cab portion is slightly longer on the Spin Master. It's kind of hard to compare. But if you can see, the sides of the die-cast just come out just a little bit farther on the Spin Master versus the Lionel. Also, interesting to look at the tires, the rubber tires. The Spin Masters look maybe a bit, just like a slight bit thicker. However, you get better treads on the Lionel, like big, thick treads. Also, the rubber feels like a more quality part, if that makes any sense. Obviously, with the mold, there's quite a bit of differences here. You can see the smokestacks on the Chase Elliott are on the outside, and for this Dale Jr. one, you've got the smokestacks on the inside. Also, with the front of the cab here, you've got a much more squared off front end, kind of like a classic big rig. And then you've kind of got the more modern take on it here, where you've got a much more streamlined, probably aerodynamic design here for the Valvoline hauler. So it's pretty interesting to have two separate molds. That's something that I actually kind of like. It'll give you first of all, some variety in your collection between the trucks. But if you ever look at like a hauler parade in NASCAR, they have a whole bunch of different designs. The trucks, if you look at them, like Stuart Haas will have a different hauler design than, say, Roush or somebody will have. They all buy their trucks from different companies, and different companies do their trucks different ways. So actually, I kind of like how Lionel's is different than Spin Masters, because when you put a Lionel up next to a Spin Master, they'll look different and thus more realistic. Too bad Lionel can't do realistic graphics on their haulers, but we'll get to that in just a few. So let's take a look at the actual hauler portion between Lionel and Spin Master, and again, there are differences. So you're going to notice right off the bat, the big difference between the Lionel and the Spin Master haulers is this little portion right here, which is like an air conditioning unit or something on the actual hauler. You don't have that on the Lionel version. It's just flat up front. The Spin Master has this little bit of an extra bit. But actually, if you take a look here, they're actually, I'm not entirely convinced that these aren't the same mold. However, this little extension bit here on the Spin Master makes the cab portion slightly longer. So that's something interesting to point out. So you're actually getting just a slight bit more plastic on your hauler from Lionel or from Spin Master than you would be from Lionel. Now here's something interesting. I don't know if this is just a placebo effect, because there's no sticker on the back of the Spin Master, but it seems like the Spin Master version of the door is at least a little slight bit wider. I don't know if that's just a placebo effect, like I said, but both doors open. Both doors open pretty easily. Obviously, there's not a lot to look at, especially with the Chase Elliott hauler being in such a dark color. It's hard to see down there. Boy, these look awfully similar. I don't know if they're the same mold or not. It doesn't seem like it because there's a little tab on the Spin Master. But these are just remarkably, remarkably similar pieces. Again, let's take a closer look at least at the side here. There is some detailing there you can see. Again, so close. I mean, these are so close. I mean, look, even the little toolbox here on the side is also here on the Dale Jr. So I don't know if these are the same mold or not. It's very close. I mean, it's so close. It's possible that Lionel just revised the Spin Master mold. I mean, it's possible they just bought the mold, but you can see the tires are different as they were on the cab portion. But yeah, so essentially you've got haulers that are the same length, just slightly different molds. So if that bothers you or whatever, let me know in the comments. Though I don't think it will bother many people, but it is nice to see that we've started getting stickers for the door. At least we didn't have that on this Chase Elliott hauler. Okay, now here's the point where I'm going to let out a little bit of my frustration. I have a problem because I look at this hauler and I look at the quality and I'm just really impressed. I'm really impressed with the features they've put into it, the fact that you can reseal the packaging easily, that you can put the truck away in the box and have a place to store it. I like the molding, I like the graphics, I like how they've done it, I like the tires. Virtually everything is an improvement over the way Spin Master was doing it, except for one thing: the tribute haulers. To me, I have no interest in tribute haulers. I just can't get into them. I mean, if they weren't real and they've got like Dale Jr.'s face plastered on the side, which they don't have in real life, I have a problem. I can't buy them. It doesn't interest me. I mean, even cool stuff like this Valvoline hauler, I have such a problem. It's like I can't get into it. So I mean, it's just a bit annoying to me after getting such good haulers from Spin Master. I mean, that Joey Logano hauler, the Team Penske hauler, is one of my favorites that has been released, one of my favorite items in NASCAR diecast history that was released. I thought it was such a great piece, such a great addition to the collection. This, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about tribute haulers and whether or not they should be realistic. I have a pretty good idea that Lionel watches my videos, so please put it in the comments how you feel about that. Should they continue with the tribute haulers, or should they switch over to realistic haulers? My vote is absolutely 100% in favor of realistic haulers, because that's what I want to buy. I want to buy stuff that looks like the stuff I can see at the track and help supplement my diecast collection. So now we're going to finish this on a happy note. First of all, we're going to take a look at the scale thing here. Pretty good 1/64 scale representation. You can see this Dale Jr. car, which was a part of Wave 4 of 2016. A bunch of people watched that video. So if you haven't, check it out. But yeah. So at the end of these hauler videos, I always try to see how many cars I can fit in the hauler. And since this is the first Lionel time we've tried to do it, we are going to use all of the Dale Jr. cars that have been released this year. By the way, something I should mention, the Valvoline car has only been available through a promotion at Walmart where you could buy like a 15-quart oil barrel and there was a die cast attached to it. I do know that there's a 2-pack coming out of the car that Dale Jr. was running a tribute to, and of course his Darlington car. And I would assume that there's a NASCAR Authentics coming out in the Darlington throwback segment. I mean, they'd be crazy not to do it, right? But stranger things have happened. So let's take a look how many cars we can fit in the Dale Jr. hauler. How many Dale Jr. cars we can fit in the Dale Jr. hauler. So, as we knock down the wall back there, professionalism, let's go with the Chase car from Wave 3. And it rolls into the back there. We'll go with the Amp Energy car from Wave 2. Or, yeah, the Amp Passion Fruit Energy car. Put that car in there. The Oh yeah, I don't have the Do Shine. I don't know where the Do Shine car is. Oops. Well, if I can actually fit all these cars in here, then we will get the Do Shine car out. We'll go with the Batman car. Batman goes in there. 2016. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, well, that's why we didn't do the Do Shine car. Because the Do Shine car maybe could fit on top there. I mean, if you're a kid, you'll probably shove as many cars in there as you possibly can. But we got, what, 5, 6 Dale Jr. cars in there? It's pretty good. And it can close. And it does roll, by the way, if there was any question of that. So let me know in the comments how you feel about fantasy haulers versus realistic haulers. That'll be an interesting discussion, I'm sure. I definitely think that this is a great looking hauler. I just wish it was realistic. Hopefully Lionel will listen to me, and maybe some of you in the comments, maybe not. I've heard kind of 50-50 on whether or not people like the new hauler direction, but it'll be an interesting discussion. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already for all NASCAR Authentics content coming down the pipeline. Hopefully Wave 5 will be coming very soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. Click the subscribe button, click the like button, comment down below, and we'll see you in the next video.